Hey everyone, welcome to week 2 or unit 2 if you track the progression of the course in that manner. So I wanted to take a quick second and just kind of dive through some of what's going to happen in week 2 or some of those things that we need to address. But before we do that, I always like to kind of retouch week 1. So great interaction in the discussions. I know sometimes those can be kind of challenging to respond to, and it seems like you're potentially rehashing some of the same material, but please bear with us. A lot of learning really does occur in a discussion question, even though it may not seem that way, particularly if you're more actively involved. If you got on one day and posted your impacts of Katrina, and then the next day or the same day you got on and addressed your 2 peer responses and you said, hey, I agree, you're not going to get as much out of it. However, if you get on at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week is great, 5 times a week is awesome, and interact with your peers and, challenge them with some professional questions. Don't be rude or hateful, but, offer some alternative views and things like that. You're going to learn and get more out of the discussion. And then, of course, we have the written discussion. I have not had a chance to see those yet, just simply because I usually start grading on Monday after the week closes out on the Sunday. So as we launch into week 2, you can kind of see here on the screen some of the learning objectives and then some of the assignments and reading things. So again, there's no text for this course, but there is a lot of reading and websites and videos and things like that. I'm going to see if I can get my screen to scroll down. Yeah, it's going to. I'm using a different video recording program, so I'm still learning all the intricacies of it. So again, we have a unit discussion. We're going to have one of those in each of the 6 weeks of the course, so be prepared for that. And then there'll be different assignments throughout as well. So in Unit 2, threats and hazards. How are they different? How are they similar? And then provide some references to help support your assertions on those differences or similarities. The written assignment is a risk assessment. As you can see, use the Department of Homeland Security risk management process. Conduct a risk assessment on your own dwelling or alternate familiar location not involving government property. We don't want to be giving away government secrets, and that's part of the reason they did that. However, I would encourage you, I'm not saying you can't, but I would encourage you not to use your own dwelling, just simply because that breeds familiarity, and most people, since grade school, we did the fire exit diagram and took it into school, and yeah, that's great. This is a little more in-depth than the grade school fire exit exercise that you did, but certainly I would encourage, maybe other alternate locations. Is there a store or a restaurant that you go to frequently, or is there another place that you're at on a fairly regular basis that you may want to do a risk assessment for? So things to think about as we go through on that. Really don't have a whole lot for the rest of this week in terms of input or ideas, but if you need some suggestions or have questions about the course, please let me know. I'm happy to visit with you about that. Otherwise, everybody have a great week, and we will see you in the discussion and or the class.